Welcome to the Knitting Samurai and Her Guys video podcast. I'm your host, Steph, also known as the Knitting Samurai or Adorn It Steph on Ravelry, Instagram, both, one, whatever. I'll put a comment telling you where to find me. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you're ready for a busy show with lots of knitting and a new knit along announcement coming up. So first, let me jump right in. So for this week, we're going to finish up the Go with the Flow cowl. We're going to see some finished objects, go over whips, go over what I'm wearing, and talk about what's next and the new knit along and some chatter. So that's the plan for today. Hopefully it doesn't change too much. This morning I was pulling my hair back in a ponytail and my front part of my hair fell, and it's about this long, right? And when it fell, I was like, oh, that's cute. I should cut myself bangs. I always used to have bangs. So I did the old twist your hair and did a quick snip, and so now I have this little fringe around my face. So if I'm touching it a lot, I'm sorry, I'm trying not to. So first up, let's talk about the cowl. So sadly, we only had 2 people finish for the time period. So instead of drawing from the 2 of us, me being one of them, I decided to do a draw from everyone who posted a picture. And so there were 19 different pictures posted or post with pictures in them, right? So if you posted multiple pictures, I didn't count that as an entry. But random number generator 1 through 19 pulled up number 5, and that is Silly Frou, Wendy, woohoo! She posted that this yarn that she was using, I don't remember what she said it was, but it was from her first trip to Maryland Sheepa Wool back in 2015. So that's awesome. I bet it feels good to get that out of your stash, to use something you love, and you're gonna have a finished project soon, I promise. So Wendy, message me to let me know that you saw this and you know you won, and I will send you a $20 gift certificate to the Adorn It Etsy shop. So there's that. So you want to see mine. So the Go with the Flow shawl was designed by Jennifer Lassonde. You've seen it for the last few weeks. I used Miss Babs Yowza in the Ocean Jasper colorway, which I alternately love-hate, by which I mean I hate it in garter, I love it in lace, and hate it in garter again. But that's okay, because this thing blocked out mammoth. Like, I said 6.5 feet last time, and I think it's maybe more than that. When I put it on over my hair, I mean, I'm getting 2 wraps over another shawl. So you can see my little rocket here. That's my progress keeper from where I was when I recorded last week. That's how much, 3 inches to knit, to be done. I love the way Jen finished off the last few stitches, so it looks like one continuous I-cord all the way around the project. It's great. It's a beautiful finishing technique. I love this shawl. I love it. I can't wait to wear it. I don't know what I'm going to wear it with because brown isn't really in my wardrobe, but I probably have a teal top that I can pull for this, considering teal is my favorite color. But it's done. It's blocked. It's beautiful. I'm going to take this progress keeper off. I blocked it with the progress keeper on it just because I wanted to be able to show you guys where it's at. And I used soak. I used the last of my celebration. I think I only have Yuzu. I'm not sure what it is that's left, but I had 2 soaks. I have 1 left, and really nothing bled out of this. So I was really happy for that because I was a little worried about these cream bits turning a muddy brown color, but they didn't. They look good. So yay, love Yowza. Love it, love it, love it. I said I was gonna think about doing a hat, and I have thought about it, and I even got a contrasting yarn to pair with it because I didn't think I had quite enough, and I cast on an interlock headband. I've never done an interlock, and after 3 rows, I was like, that's why I've never done interlock. This is gonna take forever. It's fiddly. It's just not for me. So I may do a corrugated ribbon for a hat with this. I'm not sure, but there's other things I want to knit right now, so I'm not going to put my energy into something that I'm not like super motivated to knit. So that's back in my project bag, just waiting for me to think of something to do with it. But I will before next winter, but it's kind of over the wearing season. Like maybe I'll wear that shawl 2 times, 3 times. So having some coffee. I don't think I have enough in here, so, but I'll get more if I need it, right? There's always more coffee. So next, whips. That was my only finished object. Well, this is technically almost a finished object, and you're not gonna see it because Lauren's coming over tonight and I'm gonna give these to her. I was supposed to finish knitting them this morning, give them a bath, let them spin out in the washing machine so they're good and dry, and then just be like, here you go, let them hang on something, because I know she wants to wear them as soon as possible. So you've seen, this was the first one that was done, and here is my progress keeper of where I was last week when we spoke, and now I am, I think 3 pattern rows from going into the ribbing section. So this is the Sadler Wells pattern, knit with some Cascade 220 on size 5 needles. So there you go. Yay! It's cute. It's gonna look cute on her. So those are, for all intents and purposes, done. Next, what am I wearing? Well, I am wearing, I realized that when I tried to show you my sock last week, I was out of screen, so you couldn't see it. So I'll do this. So this is my Gail's Art, the Christmas sock blanket that she did a couple of years ago. I got it at Rhinebeck, and I love it. The 2 socks are definitely not the same, and I like this one better. They're a little pilly. I wear them year round. Christmas doesn't stop me, and that's just my normal vanilla 2x2 rib sock. Yeah, rib all the way. And I think that was maybe my, it has a strange heel. I don't know what the heel is, but it's not a heel flap, and it's not a German short row. So maybe it's the OMG or the fish lips kiss. That's my guess. My project notes would tell you if you really, really were dying to know. And then on top, I'm wearing my Denver cowl. You've heard me talk about this thing for years. So this is Miss Babs Berlin, which I never would have bought this color if my friend, Irreverent Steph, hadn't told me, hadn't messaged me when she heard I was going to Rhinebeck and said, ooh, get me a skein of Berlin. So I got 2, of course. And it is just absolutely stunning. I get compliments every time I wear this. The slip stitch, yarn over, I don't know what it is, but whatever makes the texture on this is gorgeous. Oh, I can see, I'm showing you the back seam. Yeah, but anyways, so I love this. I love this. So that's what I'm wearing. This episode is flying. So the last whip that you've seen before that I have to show you is I finished my first sock. This is Laser Tag in Desert Vista Dye Works, knit on size 0s because I am a loose knitter, but there's the first one, 2x2 rib with a heel flap, Wendy Johnson pattern that I love, and I cast on the second one and I made it to here. So that's how far I am. Looking good. I worked on it while watching Captain Marvel in the theaters with my parents. Great movie. I should say, okay movie. I love the message of pick yourself up and get back, try again. But it was not as visually stunning as Aquaman. If you like superhero movies, that's my take on it. I love that she is a souped up, super cool version of Iron Man. Like, that's what I saw when I looked at her. Awesome. And I also love that, unlike Wonder Woman, they made her body looks more not teenage, but just like straight and not so sexified. She's more androgynous looking. Like, she's definitely a woman, but her body is not a character in the movie. Like, her suit is part of what's there, but your eyes aren't drawn to it, and they don't film her from behind at her butt like they did in Wonder Woman. So I really appreciated that about this movie. I didn't spend the movie being like, yes, she's a woman. Yes, she's a woman. I just watched a superhero movie, which I enjoyed. So there's that. And I'm super excited. There's gonna be a Frozen 2. Oh boy, that can't come soon enough for me. The boys could care less. I came home and told them, and they were like, their taste in Disney movies is atrocious. So I've cast on 2 new projects. I talked about them last time, and here is the start of the first one. What is up with that? Why does his nose look like that? The pattern actually shows it with his nose curved up a little bit. And I guess I could do that if I ran a thread and then pulled it tight, but are you thinking what I'm thinking? This is ridiculous. There's his head. It's egg-shaped, but he's gonna have a hat on top. For his body, I substituted blue for the pink because Tristan wanted me to knit him one. So I knit him one, the one he wanted, the dark gray one, because this pattern, which I've told you nothing about, is, I'm everywhere. Emily and Edward Knit Elephants. It's by Red Heart and it came out in 2018. Here is, it's a free pattern. And there's one group of pictures, sorry, black and white. And here, I'll show you on this color. Here's another picture. So it's going along. He's pretty cute. I've done those parts. I'm working on the ears. They had you knit them 2 pieces and seam it up. Yeah, no, I can't be bothered for that. So I'm doing it in 1 piece, just different colors. And when I get to one edge, I just flip and go back the way I came and catch my yarn the next time, so that they're hooking together, but they're not hooking together real tightly. So maybe I'll run a stitch down the side. Maybe I won't. We'll see how I feel when I'm done. But I didn't want to have to sew them together on 4 sides. There's one of the wee arms, and here's the other wee arm. So they'll be cute, sticking off the body. So I need to finish, I have 2 ears, or an ear in progress, 1.5 ears, and see, I'm touching this, it's, okay. And 2 legs to go. Does he have a tail? Yes, he has a little tail and a hat, so a lot of pieces to knit, but it is, I'm using the Red Heart Anagurumi, and 1 skein makes 2. I bet 1 skein makes 3 with the amount I've used, or 4 of this. Like, there's gonna be plenty left over. So, there's that, it's on the go. Gonna have a little present for my boy. There's part of me that's a little bit worried. I knit Tristan a sweater, and now I'm knitting Tristan an elephant. I need to make sure to just check in with Roland if there's anything he wants me to knit him, because Tristan is asking and Roland isn't, and so I'm knitting for Tristan. So just, I don't want him to feel like he's being left out. And that's in one of my Bling Your String bags. The little woodland creatures. This one's kind of short. I don't like it as much as, say, this one. Yeah, it's like 1 inch shorter. It's just a little tight, but it's also full of polyfill, which I don't need anymore, unless I knit myself an elephant. But those little pieces are a bit annoying, so probably won't. Marketing, they got me. Lastly, I have this big bag of mess next to me, and this pattern is the Northeasterly by Scanigan, who is Melissa Alexander Loomis, and it is, let me see, I follow the hashtag on Instagram, so I see it all the time, but you may not have seen it as much. I follow Northeasterly hashtag. So here's what it looks like. And when I bought the pattern, I thought it was stockinette. Stockinette V's, right? It's not. It's totally garter. And I was like, okay, maybe the Southwesterly, because that's like a slight change. I swear, it took me 4 tries to figure out how, because it's knit for fingering weight and DK weight. I wanted to use a worsted, fine, sub it in for the DK. It's a blanket, it doesn't matter. But I wanted it to be stockinette. I couldn't get it to be stockinette. Sugar wheels that I have. So this is the same yarn that I used for the yoke of Tristan's sweater. I have lots of it because I keep buying them because they're pretty. I don't really knit that much with acrylic. So this one's really super pretty. So my friend is having a baby boy. Actually, she's more like Steve's friend, but whatever. She's having a baby boy, and the nursery colors are gray with gray. They live in New York City, so their aesthetic's a little different than mine. But so what? They can have it. This can be in their stroller blanket, because I don't think they have a car, so it wouldn't be car seat. But this can be their on-the-go blanket, or it could be a great contrast piece in the nursery. So I'm using all the bright colors, and I cast on this much. So I think a traditional baby blanket is 36, 40 inches. So I'm getting close to, do I have no, I don't. No, I don't. Hold my look. One more squeeze. Measuring tape. Maybe I should have one in here. No, highlighter. Nutri-Grain, almonds. Nope. Okay. Because you know, busy mom, you got to carry the snacks and your knitting if all you're going to carry is your knitting. So I can't tell you. No, not in there either. It's yay long. And I bought some special because the pattern calls for double points, because you knit these strips, but then for the next strip to save the sewing, you cast on and then you pick up the side and you knit it on. So they suggest using double point. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep one here at the top and start the next one, or if I'm gonna go all the way to the edge and bind off. But that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. I'm showing you the back. I think it's really pretty. I had a little problem with stitches here, so it's a little wonky, but it won't show in the finished blanket. So there's that. So why am I mean, I told you that I'm knitting a blanket, but I'd like some people to knit with me. Anyone interested in joining a bind off the blankets knit along? That's what I'm thinking of for our next one. Actually, I've decided, I've already posted it in the group. So it's gonna be blankets, bind them off, bind off all the blankets. Whips are welcome, let me say that straight off the bat. Chatter, always great. You could do crochet blankets, you could do knit blankets, you can do sewn blankets, woven blankets. I'm open. Whatever blankets you want to share and knit, welcome to join. So there'll be a couple prize drawings for the chatter, because this knit along is going to run for more than 2 months. It's going to go until June 2nd. So that will help me have motivation to get this done before Junior arrives. I don't know what they're calling him. I'll call him Junior. And for the final finished projects, I'll do a drawing for a gift certificate to the shop, or patterns giftable on Ravelry of your choosing, up to $20. So how can you score points for this? We're gonna go more the points route, because I want to encourage all blankets to be included, and I want to recognize the effort of a baby blanket versus a Cozy Memories blanket or the hexagon that I've been working on. Like, queen size huge blankets should be worth more. So if you finish a blanket and the longest side of it is 40 inches or less, no, at least 40 inches. From 40 inches to 79 inches, if it's in that range, you get one entry into this. If it's more than 80 inches on the long side, you get 3 entries into this prize drawing. If you use a Adorn It Progress Keeper, because I don't have yarn, but I do have progress keepers. If you use one of these on your projects, all of them, any of them, multiple projects welcome. If you use that, you get 2 extra entries in. Let's see. Yeah, the chatter thread, you don't have to finish to be pulled for those. But for the prize drawing, you do have to have finished blankets. So that's it. Oh, and if you have anything you'd like to donate to the podcast for a prize, more than welcome. PM me. I will gladly take prize donations. Otherwise, that's it. Bind off all the blankets. Bind off the blankets, I think is what we're calling it. Bind off the blankets, Cal. So I'll do a hashtag over on Instagram. Maybe I'll do an Instagram prize drawing. People talk about that. I don't know how to do it, but I can figure it out. I'm pretty certain I can do that. So, yay! I hope you want to join me and get some of those long languishing blankets off the needles. So hopefully I can whip this guy out, and then I can go back to working on my hexagon and get another 25 squares knit. That's my goal. Maybe even finish it. I don't think I can finish it by June 2nd, but we'll see. And June 2nd is a Sunday. I was smarter this time, so I'll give you the whole weekend to finish your projects. So yay, I look forward to talking to you over there and seeing what you're working on. I also have another announcement I'm going to share with you. So, I've wanted to do something for a while, and this week it finally came together so that I could do it, right? I've been watching more podcasts lately, a lot about keto, down 16 pounds if you're keeping track, more about keto and more about knitting, obviously. But I'm enjoying how-tos as well, not just the chatter vlogs. So I want to start a new series, and it's going to be part of this. It's not going to be like a whole separate show and all that. I'm just going to put up posts or put up videos when I have them recorded, so as need be. And it's going to be called Knitting Samurai's Go Round, which is a guide to knitting techniques. And I'm just going to go through. So the first two I did were knitting through the back loop or twisted rib, how to, and how to cast off, which there are tons of cast off. I just did the most basic, and I'll work my way through all the different techniques that are out there for knitting that you go to YouTube for help on. So if there's a technique that you would like to learn how to do, put a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. I'm gonna try and keep them all to about 5 minutes or less, and no chatter, no frills, just a quick resource guide that you can go to see how to do techniques. So that's my new idea of what I'm gonna do. So we'll see when they come up. They're not gonna be a regular posting schedule the way that I try to keep my podcast once a week at some point in the week, every 10 days or less. 10 days or less, that's good, because that's kind of what I'm up to now. So that's on the horizon. Keep your eyes peeled and let me know. Also, if you enjoy watching a specific YouTube video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. It really does help. I've heard that so many times lately that it's caused me to think about it and wonder why are they saying it so much, but it really does matter. So please and thank you. I skipped right over what's up next for me and my knitting. And that's mainly because I suspect that next will be that blanket, and then I still want to knit a sweater for myself. And I know my body's going to change a bit, but I don't think it's going to change drastically that I can't knit a sweater for myself. And I want to make it match Tristan's. So what's been going on with you? Well, what's been going on with us? I'm watching the chickens right now from 2 houses down, and they got new chicks last year, and so now all of them, not just the older chicks, are free range out in the yard. And there are 5. I talked to there are 5 of them running loose like little crazy chickens. And my neighbor in between is a retired he's a truck driver, delivery man. He's super sweet, but he's out there talking to the chickens and has been for a while now. It's so cute to watch. And they're just scratching and pecking and enjoying being loose, and that it's warm enough finally for them to leave the coop. So yeah, the snow is almost all melted. Awesome. And the boys are both healthy, doing well. Steve's in New York this week, so it's a little bit busier for me, as you'd expect. But yeah, it's good. Trying to think what else. I watched Homecoming, the Julia Roberts miniseries on Prime. I don't really recommend it. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't anything. It was, I guessed very early on what was going to happen. I don't want to ruin it in case you do watch it, but I didn't approve of the ending. Not approve, but it wasn't what I wanted to happen to the characters. So that's probably part of why I didn't love it so much. I told you I saw Captain Marvel. What else? I think that's it. I mean, there's really not a lot. We did Bounce this weekend again. Not Bounce. Blitz, the trampoline place. And we met up with, totally unexpected, but walked in 5 minutes behind us. One of Roland's friends, he's been to the house, and his younger brother and his mother. And his younger brother just turned 5, so they're doing kindergarten screening, and it was a great time. She and I just sat and talked for 2 hours, like essentially strangers. You know, our kids play together, but we really don't know each other. And it was so much fun. It was like hanging out with a girlfriend, drinking a cup of coffee and knitting while kids played. So really, really fun. I don't get a lot of social, like in-person social in my life besides my close friends and family. I'm pretty tight that way. And so it was really nice to spend time with someone else and funny new stories and all kinds of stuff. So that was good for me. And it was good for the boys because Tristan and their youngest son is Ronan will be going to kindergarten together. And so they got to meet each other and share snacks and bounce and play and tag. The 4 boys played tag together, which is great. So it was nice. It was like that feeling of community that is sometimes lacking in the modern era of internet and Facebook and all that. So it was great. There was that, and then Sunday we had a St. Patrick's Day party at my parents' house. My mom is such a goof. She wanted everyone to wear green and green hats. And so I was so caught up on getting myself in a green shirt with a green hat that I completely forgot the boys. Like, they have a bunch of bowler hats and fedoras, like several sparkly, sequins fedoras and felted bowler hats. They have a ton of St. Patrick's stuff because for some reason my mother really likes to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, although I'm pretty sure she's 100% Franco-American. Like, there is no Irish ancestry. My husband, he's got Irish in his family line, but not in mine. So she made a green cake and bought all kinds of bracelets and necklaces and glasses and more hats, and we took a lot of pictures and we played dominoes and chess and Beyblades and we just played games for 2 hours, the 6 of us, and it was a good time. We had fun. And she made green cake with green frosting, which I did not eat, but I heard the next day the outcome was green. So that was funny. We had a good time doing that. So that's it. I'm glad, I have to say, I am glad and thankful that she is such a fun grandma, meme, and makes things happen, that makes memories for us to enjoy with our little guys before they get too big and not interested. So that's it. That's all I have. It's Thursday right now, so tonight, I don't know what we're gonna do, but tomorrow is pizza and movie night. And I have had Tangled in my head, but I don't think I can get them to watch it. They want to watch Ninjago. So if you're wondering what's happening in the future of my house, there you go. So that's it for me this week. I hope you have a great 10 days or so until I see you again, and enjoy what you are knitting. Bye, friends. Love you. Relax, Roomba. I did not summon you.